Coach Viliami Tuivai. Coach V. Coach V Show.
Welcome back to the Coach V Show. We are talking the Life Champion Series by yours truly, Viliami Tuivai. That's me, Coach V, here on the Coach V Show. And in that, we have just finished in the last segment, just introducing the heart of a champion, the purpose, and those things that if you keep on pumping, right, and your heart keeps beating, these 3 life lessons that it is that I'm asking you to consider in terms of discipline and respect and commitment. If you stop doing those 3 things, the proverbial heart of your life in your leadership and business also stops. Meaning, in our physical bodies, that if the heart stops pumping, we die. Unless we have some kind of mechanical or some type of instrument within a hospital that helps us to continue to live, though our heart does not work. And in that, we are also talking about, as we talked about in the first segment, discipline. We are now talking about respect. This is the second life lesson of my phase 3 of a life champion. Becoming the best that you can be. And giving yourself, you, me, and we every opportunity to succeed and achieve in life. And even more so, experience joy, peace, happiness, fulfillment, and love in our life. And this second life lesson in phase 3, the heart of a champion, within the Life Champion series is respect. To respect. Respect yourself, people, and life. And this is an ongoing development and honor and genuine gratitude for all things in all times. The dictionary definition of respect is an act of giving particular attention, consideration, high or special regard or esteem towards another, to consider worthy of high regard. As we're talking about more in terms of respect, we're talking regard, respect, esteem, admire, mean to recognize the worth of a person or thing. Regard in a general term that is usually qualified. He is highly regarded. We're talking about respect in the profession. Respect implies a considered evaluation of estimation. To be regarded or respected and evaluated to be the best amongst the best, or the best that they can be, or someone that has valued experience in terms of a certain area of expertise. After many years, they came to respect her views, or esteem implies great warmth of feeling accompanying a high valuation. Talking about value. People that are respected are valuable. We're just talking about just because. Also, talking about high regard, is no citizen of the town was highly more esteemed or admired. This means suggests usually enthusiastic appreciation and often deep affection. So admire is very similar to being a fan in my sense, and in the way it is that I see it. And to respect also is a friend that you, me, and we truly admire. Here's a Coach V quote for you. When there is gain or loss, and all measures in between, what is most scrutinized is, did you, me, and we show the appropriate amount of respect? That things were appropriate. That it was not out of bounds. Was it valued? Was it specific? Did it have to do anything to do with the situation? And I speak in a lot of different industries, and I have gotten it wrong before. Yeah. And it feels really weird. And yes, they still pay me, but hey, sometimes, I am not an industry expert in all of the industries it is that I speak and train in, but I bring value because of the life approach it is of how to achieve and succeed. But even more so, again, the joy, peace, happiness, that fulfillment that you get out of the attitude, the approach, and the value that you create. Therefore, everybody else around you respects you, and that you understand and me understand that we must respect everybody. And you, me, and we must respect everyone, because respect is the highest form of relationship building. Even those we don't like. Respect is honoring the humanity of another with high regard and valuing just people. a life champion, or you, me, and we respect everyone. And it doesn't change because of time or circumstance, not because they can do for us or we need something from them. You know those people, right? And I have been that. I have been an immature 20-something-year-old, early 30-something, so I treat people a certain way because of how it is that I respected them or admired them. Then I realized, hey, everybody's human. And in that sense, it just is what it is. In terms of still showing people high value, high praise, and high respect at all times. Particularly their family and professional relationships. I mean, I can tell respect in how people are by how they're able to treat the people it is that are around them, their kids, their spouses, the people they volunteer with. I mean, when you treat somebody just with some human decency and respect, that somebody says something to you that you don't need anything from, that you at least turn around or smile or say hello, or the people it is that you do engage with and interact with, that when you do say something or they say something, that there's a certain level of just maturity and respect and honor that is given freely. I really respect those type of people. Because for you, me, and we, our interaction and how we treat others is a direct relation to who we are as people, and not because Coach V says so. I mean, life says so. Respect is an absolute requirement of a leader and for all organizations. Let me say that again. Respect is an absolute requirement of a leader and in all organizations. And when that is void and you don't see it around, I can tell you what kind of organization or leader that is. And not because, again, Coach V says so, but this is what life tells us. It is a necessary component when connecting and engaging with individuals and groups. Respect. Respect shows honorable intentions in service. This is often characterized as servant leadership. And servant leadership, in my mind, is focused on the appropriate distribution of influence versus absolute power. Servant leadership is selfless and puts the need of others as the priority, as well as the achievement and the success of the team and organization versus the self. Let me say that again. Servant leadership, as we're talking about respect, where respect is in the forefront of a particular leader, which I've experienced. Now, I'm not just talking about this because this is what I've seen. And I've been a part of servant leadership and seen people that have led the groups that I have been a part of that I really didn't like. But man, they were great servant leaderships. And they were selfless. So my opinion of them was really of no value, just how I interacted and engaged with them. And when multiple people in the environments that I have experienced and won multiple championships, or now visit with multiple organizations that are on a championship level, people don't need to like each other to do business with each other, but they have to respect one another. Even more so that people will do business with people it is that they don't even like, but they respect them because they bring high value. They know that they have the experience, and then they are also respectful to them in terms of the customer service and how they treat them. That this is a different level of just understanding here, of respect. Yeah, but it's ironic, though, this level of respect is that for you, me, and we, especially if you're in business or you're in community work like I am, or in anything else in terms of being a business owner or have a service industry or a service it is that you provide to certain industries, is that it really doesn't matter who those people are, who anybody is. Everybody is a potential partner or a potential client or a potential customer. Therefore, we must respect everybody. But to earn respect, that's the irony. Now, nobody's going to give it to us. We got to earn it. But respect is fundamental in leadership, teamwork, and understanding that everything around us is interconnected. So we must give the appropriate amount of respect. In the 20 plus industries I've spoken to, as well as my Coach V LLC and Invictus Youth Foundation experiences, here are some positives of respect, right? Because increase in job satisfaction is directly related to respect. Respectful engagement creates a culture and environment where spirits are lifted, misunderstandings decreased, and productivity increases. What you, me, and we say matters, but how we say it matters more. What we tell people matter, but our respect in terms of behavior towards people speaks volumes. The feedback I've gotten most about the action that people give the most value is when others listen to them, consider their input, and act on the conversations and the input that's given in meetings. According to a survey conducted by the Society for Human Resources Management in 2014, a respectful treatment of all employees at all levels was rated very important, 72%. Here's number two. That was number one, increase in job satisfaction. Here's number two, in terms of how respect can impact your organization, your life, your relationships, is there's an increase in employee or in relationships. Engagement is directly related to respect. We all want our families, our companies, and our community groups to be 100% engaged, but it doesn't always work that way. But a recent Gallup study of over 350,000 American employees revealed that only about 30% were engaged with their work. In addition to some common strategies for inspiring disengaged employees, one of the best approaches is showing respect to others. In this survey of more than 20,000 employees, the Harvard Business Review found that respect was the number one behavior above all others that would lead to greater employee engagement. We're talking about when you respect your kids, your spouse, your family members. Now, I know family is a hard thing to deal with because we don't get to choose them. But hey, working relationships are just as tough. But respect as a key component, as the heart of the champion, the heart of the relationships on the job, right? Above all others, respect. Of 20,000 employees, this Harvard Business Review found that the respect was the number one behavior above all others that would lead to greater employee engagement and commitment. Two more. Respect added to any environment and in relationships and in working relationships. A culture of respect creates synergy, right? There's an increase of teamwork when relationships are forged through respect. A synergy of helping one another and creates organic relationships within all groups. Despite the industry, I've been in over 20 of them. Helping someone grows mutual respect and trust, and with group synergy and chemistry, regular goals are achieved regularly, and big goals are no longer intimidating because of the experience and trust and commitment. So respect increases teamwork and synergy. And here's the last one that every business owner is going to love to talk about, right? Is the increase of production and profitability. In business, where it's all about money. Hey, it's not about the money, but it is all about the money. And so if you're running and doing a nonprofit like I am, where I'm the chief volunteer, see, that's a different setup. Now, our business tax code is a nonprofit, but when it comes down to being in business, your service or product needs to be profitable. And guess what? A culture of respect creates the best for the bottom line in making money. And anything that increases the bottom line should be accepted and applied all over the place. And guess what? According to what it is that I've experienced and the studies it is that I've looked at, respect is scientifically proven to increase profitability. We're talking about respect. And let me finish this segment in talking about respect is, again, the Coach V quote where it says, when there is gain or loss and all measure in between, what is most scrutinized is did you, me, and we show the appropriate amount of respect. Thank you so much for tuning in. Please stay tuned. You're listening to the Coach V Show.
Coach Viliami Tuivai. Coach V. Coach V Show.